It's currently about 4:30, 4:40 p.m. We leave for the airport in under 12 hours, and I have nothing packed. Shock to, I feel like, no one at this point because this has been happening for multiple trips. Let's pack to go back to Walt Disney World because we actually haven't been there in a while. First things, as always, I am taking my Base Mini Weekender. Love this to death. I have taken it so many times to Disney World. I took it to California and it still looks pretty new. Love the pink, obviously. Then I have my Samsonite. I got that luggage right after I moved to New York. Mom and I got it at Macy's on Black Friday. So I have a matching set. And then Jake has it in tealish blue, which are my two favorite colors. So it kind of works out. Yes, we are those people in the airport having matching sets. I don't even care. I will make us match outfits sometimes. Right now, I have pulled pretty much everything that I think I'm going to take. Clothes, toiletries, shoes, bags, ears, electronics. I have it all in this pile. You don't want to see it. It's pretty bad. And now it's pretty much going to be Jenga, putting it all into the suitcase and the weekender, because I think I'm just going to overpack. I think that I've just given up on the fact that I will be overpacking. We're only there 3 days. It's our normal Labor Day weekend. We are going Sunday to Tuesday this year. It's hot and gross, but I love this time of year down there. Food and Wine just started this weekend. Yes! And also, the crowd levels are usually pretty low. Destination D23 is happening literally right now as I'm filming this because it is Friday to Sunday. So it may be a little busier tomorrow, but I do think the crowd levels will drop off Monday, Tuesday with kids going back to school, people being back at work. All of that travel has kind of ended for the summer. This is one last hurrah. I have so much for the 3 days, but I know that I'm probably going to wear 90% of it because I put an outfit on, I walk outside, and I sweat in it because it's going to be like 90 to 100 degrees while we're down there. And rain. First things first, I'm going to start packing the suitcase with all of clothes, shoes, anything that I won't need right off the bat. I will need clothes and shoes when we get down there compared to what I'm wearing on the airplane, but it's not electronics, toiletries that I may need in air. I have everything packed in these packing cubes. I got them on Amazon probably 2 to 3 years ago. Could not tell you anything about them. I just really needed packing cubes for a trip. I tried to do one big one with my clothes in it, and then a smaller one for like underwear, socks, anything like that. And then I'll do the shoe bag. Yes, I bring multiple pairs of shoes. I almost brought more. I had to tell myself I didn't need 2 pairs of sneakers. But in here, I have sandals and flip-flops because if we're just going to the pool, I'll throw flip-flops on. But a lot of the time at this time of year, when we're down there, I will wear sandals in the parks because I have those Reef Water Vista and I love them so much. I have the higher one or the flat one. I'm just taking the flatter one for this trip. They're waterproof and they clean so easy. I don't feel gross. I wear these shoes walking miles upon miles in New York every day. Don't, knock on wood, get blisters. And in all my years of wearing them in Disney World, I have not had anything terrible. So I prefer to do that. I will wear a sneaker. I'll probably end up wearing my Air Force Ones because, to be honest, I think they look cuter in pictures. And they do feel fine for walking around. We don't do extensive park days anymore. I'm okay. And then I have our little Aloha waterproof bag we got in Hawaii that I love so much, and I put our swimsuits in here already. I'm also going to throw in my belt bags. Yes, there are 3 of them. I could not decide. So I have 2 of my Stony Clover ones and my Lululemon Disney one because I don't know what's going to match each outfit. and I needed to have options. I also will have my silver Stony Clover one, which I use at the airport and on the flight to put my passport, wallet, AirPods, all of that in. But these are then backup for the rest of the trip. Oh, I apologize for my red face. I literally just took a Pilates class right before this and got up work. So it's been quite a day already. Something that I almost did forget, because I don't really use it much in New York at this time of year especially, is I do take my curling wand. My hair, I've been wearing it a lot more naturally curly, and I have my curl creams, but if it's in that weird, I could get away with it, but I may just throw a couple curls in just in case. I may not use it. I may put my hair in braids or a bun, but it just slides in the side of my suitcase. It doesn't take up space. I'm a weirdo, but because of my curls, I use a satin pillowcase, and I have this little slipcover one that I got probably 5 to 6 years ago in a FabFitFun box. I like to travel with it. Just, it slides right over all the other pillowcases. If I can minimize my prep time and get ready time in the morning for extra sleep, I'll take it. And if that requires bringing a pillowcase, I don't care. I'm about to commit the cardinal sin of Audrianne packing for Disney World, because I packed way too many ears. So I'm going to put some of them in my suitcase. A lot of people do it. Don't know why I'm such a weirdo and make all my ears stay in my carry-on. I've been doing it for so long that it just happens. So I am going to nicely, in amongst all of my bags, stack at least a handful of ears. I cannot figure out which ones look good with each outfit, if I'm being quite honest. Even Jake was like, that one could work for this or this. So I'm just bringing them all. This is also our only trip during the fall-ish season. The next time we will be down there, it will be full Christmas. It'll be mid-November. So I have to get use out of all of these fall ears that I have purchased and maybe worn once. If not, never. I fully have a pair of ears that I have not worn yet because I didn't wear them for food and wine this year. Oh, and I packed a pretty bow, just in case I want to wear it with my dress. We've been packing nicer clothes. We don't have anything planned, but I know that Jake wants to go to Cake Bake Shop. We love the cake. I know it's expensive, but we love it so much that he's like, if there's one thing we do on this trip, it is to go to Cake Bake Shop. And I had us get all dressed up last time, and it was really cute. So we may do that again. I packed like a romper and then a cute, like flowy sundress for me. Also, because it is so hot, I wore one of these dresses when we went in April. And yeah, it was like sweaty, but it's kind of great because there was airflow. So athleisure and sundresses seem to be the way to go. This is why I don't pack my ears in my suitcase, because I don't want to crush them, but this suitcase is jam-packed. I also would much rather have a heavier suitcase than a heavier bag under my seat. I don't know why. Even if I'm traveling on my own, even just, Jake can put it in the overhead bin. Nope, I will do it to myself and put more in so that I can have a lesser personal item. Sometimes I don't even take a weekender if I'm just going back to Pennsylvania and stuff anymore. I will just overstuff that baby. Suitcase is done. Now we're gonna start working on the weekender. Now, for the weekender, I don't have the convertible. I just have the normal mini. Kind of wish I got the convertible, but this was like 50% off in a flash sale around Black Friday a few years ago. 50 or 60 bucks for it. Not going to be mad at all. I have my noise canceling Beats headphones my Stony Clover little toiletry case that I always keep handy. Just, again, I travel at least once a month, usually, if not 2 to 3 times a month. So to have that, I also now have an extra pair of glasses that I purchased for the same reason. I'll remember in April when we went to Walt Disney World, I forgot my glasses and contacts. Contacts and glasses are packed, so that will not be happening again. Also have some vitamins. This is my electronics bag. It's my Stony Clover Mickey. I use this bag to death. I also have Jake and I's magic bands in here. Way too many chargers than we're going to need, but I'd rather be prepared than unprepared. I think that's the theme of this trip, is I would rather overpack and be prepared than underpack and not need anything, because I forgot glasses and contacts last time. I also do have this bag of snacks. Kind of balling on a budget to an extent right now. There's some changes going on in our professional lives, and we're trying to not spend where we don't need to. I threw some snacks in here just to have in the room as, you know, late night, early morning, not having to buy a little thing of goldfish for $10 at the gift shop. I also am not forgetting my little fan, because, again, it's going to be hot and gross. This fan wins. I do miss the fact that I had 2 of these at a moment, and the other one died. Sunglasses. We're going to be at the pool. I have this pair of Disney World sunglasses that I got, I think, 2 years ago when we went with my mom and grandma, because I somehow forgot sunglasses completely when we went in May. I had to buy these, but now they're like a good pool sunglasses. They're not super dark, which does kind of suck, but I like them a little better than my cheap aviators that I've had from American Eagle for like 10 years. These are my fancy Ray-Ban. They're the Walt Disney World 50th anniversary collection that my best friend Matt got Jake and I as an engagement gift. Figure it was definitely for me. He is my best friend. Love you. Deodorant, electrolytes. I tried to add them to our Walmart delivery for tomorrow, and they didn't have them. So I'm going to take my own. And this is my little mic set just in case, and my new Octobuddy, because I thought I lost mine. And then I found it an hour after I placed the Amazon order, and when I went to cancel it, it told me I couldn't cancel it. And then some sunscreen and my curl cream. We are going to get a bigger size sunscreen delivered so that we can just spray it and use it at the pool. But I use the Supergoop just every day on my face, so I'm not going to change that. Fit a bit of it in the bottom. The only stuff that I'm putting in the top is electronics, my headphones, because I'll use these on the plane. Obviously kept the wet wipes out, and my little fan just in case, and then mic and Octobuddy. That is honestly pretty much my bag. I am still gonna have to go through at some point, grab, after I shower tonight, hair stuff, as well as put my keys in here in the morning, and my Kindle, and my laptop. But all of that will be a 3 a.m. Audrianne problem. Bags are packed. I'm going to grab Jake's and start working on his, because poor guy literally has to work until 1:30 tonight. So he doesn't get to sleep. I feel so bad. And we didn't think to have him call off today. So Jake's bag. Jake's bag is always funny, because it's usually just whatever Audrianne can't fit in her bag goes in Jake's bag, and then his stuff on top of it. But luckily I was able to get most of my stuff in. So his backpack is probably going to be pretty much empty. I have his headphone case. We have the same headphones that I will pop in here. Easy access. And his sunglasses. I have at least one. I have 2 pairs of his. And then we also hate paper straws. hate paper straws. And my best friend Wendelin is in Walt Disney World right now, and we were texting this morning, and she reminded me to pack my metal straws. So those will go in Jake's bag, easily accessible. Also, Jake is always in charge of the toothbrushes. I don't know how this came to be. It's been, 4 years of us together, and I don't think I've ever put the toothbrushes in my bag. And he's been taking that backpack to work with the toothbrushes in it since we went on vacation in the middle of August. And his thought process was, why would I take them out? We're still going to need them on vacation. You gotta love him. Also, his backpack, we get compliments on it all the time. It's fantastic. This thing fully unzips. I'm not going to do it right now because I just put stuff in it. But it fully unzips and has the bungees, so you can pack it, bungee it, and then it has a laptop compartment. It has the 2 side clasps, so you can yank it if you need to pack it down. And then it still on the front has 2 full zipper pockets and a front little compartment. And a back hidden compartment that if you want to put like your passport, any like monies, when we'll be going international, pop some stuff in there instead. And it'll be right against your back, which is nice. And obviously it has a trolley handle. I refuse to buy a product at this point in my life that doesn't have a trolley handle, because pretty much every bag that I own, I use to travel at some point. I have 2 bags that don't have them, and I love taking them because they're smaller and I don't have to worry about it, but it's so annoying. Jake's suitcase, literally the exact same as mine. I got mine first, and then he got his as a gift a Christmas or so after. I want to say it was like a year or so later. We found out that they still had them and got them. I put his stuff in 2 packing cubes. There's only 1 big one. I also have been recently, when we go on trips, putting the packing cubes in the drawers so that we don't have to keep our suitcases open. And it saves so much time and energy to just have like a drawer of my clothes and a drawer of his clothes, and we can just grab them out without having to undo suitcases if we don't have all the space. We are just in a hotel room. We're not in a DVC room this trip. It is a deluxe hotel, so we should be fine space-wise, but it's something that I definitely am looking forward to be able to just pop them into the drawers and unzip them instead of doing any major unpacking. Florida in September, we have rain jackets. We each have them. There are many a time that I forget to pack them, so I'm not this time. Also, I then have just a plastic bag, because yet again, only 1 shoe bag in the packing cubes, of Jake's other shoes, a nicer pair of sneakers, some slides for the pool. I also have this Disney bag. We call this our fake DVC owner bag because I got this a while ago from Disney Vacation Club. Don't really know why. They just sent this to my parents' house with my name and some stickers. And we take it on almost every trip because it's a nice drawstring bag. And we joke that we're fake DVC owners because half the time we're staying at DVC resorts too. And they just think that we own it. Taking a cup. Because, as we've come to discover, Jake only drinks iced tea. Well, we've known that forever. But iced tea at Walt Disney World is not a scanned refill. So, Jake can fill iced tea or water with this cup instead of buying a new one every single time that we go. We have all 4 colors of this, and we have some from the 100th, and we have some like predated ones, so we're not adding more to the collection. We are just using what we have. So I'm gonna pack this. We are not packing a popcorn bucket because, as I discussed with him today, popcorn buckets are Jake's thing, and I was like, do you want to pack one? Do you want to get one while we're there? And he decided that we will just pick one up when we get there because we haven't purchased a popcorn bucket in a while, and it is Halloween and fall, and there could be some really cute ones just out and about in the parks that we haven't seen. So we're gonna just hope and pray for the best that it's not a gazillion dollars. It won't be. We have special edition. We have a Figment that was like $30, so it definitely won't be a gazillion dollars. But then we'll just add that to the collection. Jake's suitcase, not that full, and fully packed. I did keep his sweatshirt out because I know for a fact that he will wear this tomorrow morning on the plane. He loves his Mufasa sweatshirt. Sometimes I think more than me. But it's not Mufasa, it's Simba. We've gone over this. I know more about Lion King now than I did 4.5 years ago. And that's all I'm about to say. And with that, I have us packed. And it only took actually not that long. I'm pretty proud of myself. I had more pulled out than I thought I did. And now tonight, all I have to pull out is just some hair stuff. I'll pack my belt bag and any extra cords that we may need. Also my laptop. But yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So we will see you bright and early tomorrow morning, heading to Walt Disney World.